All right, guys, I'm so excited to make this video for you today for a good reason. I accomplished something that was huge. In the last year, I was able to save $10,000. It just is a huge accomplishment for me. I'm super proud of myself, and I have a couple of tips on how I was able to get here that I thought really might benefit some of you. I've been getting a lot of comments recently on that you guys want more budget videos, and so I thought this would be a perfect way to tie it in. The first thing I want you to know is I do everything on my own. I pay all of my own bills and my rent and car insurance and registration and like all of those things. Like I want you to know, like I was paying for all of these things on my own. I feel like that's really important to say because if I was someone who had absolutely no expenses and was getting like financial help from family or something, then it is so much easier to save when you're not spending any of your money. But no, I did have like normal people expenses that I was paying by myself. The next thing I want to bring up is that even though I don't have those expenses, I am extremely lucky that I don't have any debt. I do have the debt from my mortgage on the house, but like that's like a monthly expense, kind of like rent. But I don't have student loans or car loans or credit card debt or anything. I was kind of at a clean slate. So when I decided last year that I really wanted to start saving up money again, I had always been someone who likes to save all of my money. I've never been a big spender. That's how I was able to buy a house at 23 years old. But buying the house, I had to spend all of my money on my down payment for it. And so I was looking at my bank account and I was starting from scratch again. And I was like, you know what? I have a goal. I want to save $10,000 again. Once you have like a very clear defined goal, I feel like it's a lot easier to save. So with that, I knew that once I saved that $10,000, I want to go on a trip to Morocco. My best friend lives in Morocco and I wanted to be able to save up that money so that way it made sense for me to be able to buy everything I needed to go on this trip. I wasn't going to spend the money to go to Morocco when I don't have any money saved up already. Each month, I had an automatic direct deposit that would go from my checking account into my savings account for $250. I just had it go automatically and I titled it Morocco. So every time I would look into my checking account each month and I would see that $250 were removed from Morocco, it made it really clear, oh yeah, that's going to my savings because I have a goal, because I am working really hard at this specific trip and what I want to get to and to be able to meet that milestone. I also was really strict on myself that I would never, ever take money out of my savings account unless it was for an emergency or if it was for my goal. I had to take money out of my savings account because my dog Louie got sick and I had to take him to the vet and that cost a lot. Some money did get removed from that, and then when I had my car, money got removed from that because someone damaged my car and I had to pay to get it fixed and it wasn't like an insurance claim. Those were expenses that were completely out of the ordinary. Those to me felt justified, but I wouldn't take out money from my savings account for any reason besides that. I knew that money's going in there and I'm working towards my goal, and when I hit it, I get to go on a trip to Morocco, and that is what I was working for. Also, anytime I got any money that I did not foresee coming, that money would go straight into my savings account. So when I do my budget, I use Mint. I highly recommend it. It's a great app. I know how much money I'm going to be getting in. Anytime I get money on top of that expected amount each month, that money goes straight into my savings, no matter what. So when I get birthday money or Christmas money or my tax return or a bonus from work, I don't know why I'm like this, but I've never been the kind of person that like when I see that money come in, I'm like, oh, I'll spend it on blank. I always see that money come in and be like, oh, that will help me towards my goal. That will be an extra great bonus into my savings account. All of that money goes directly into my savings. I don't even look at it. And then it's that same mentality of I can't take anything out of it, and that money is in there for when I hit my goal. Also, whenever I'm noticing that my checking account is growing more than usual, so maybe my monthly expenses are extra low that month, I will take any of that bonus money that's in there and put it into my savings. I'm just gonna throw out random numbers here, but say I make about $2,000 a month. Normally I spend about $1,800, including that $250 going out for my savings. Say I spend about $1,800, but one month maybe I drove my car less, or we ate at home a lot more, or I just didn't have some of my regular monthly expenses that I normally have. So say maybe there's like $500 extra in my checking account at the end of that month that's not normally there. I'll take that $500 and directly put it into my savings because I know once it's in there, I won't spend it. So with that, I do keep my monthly expenses really low. This is really what nails in how I save so much money, because it's super easy for someone to make more money and you think that because you're making more, you're gonna be saving more, but it is 10 times easier to figure out how to spend that extra cash than it is to save it. I work really hard at keeping my monthly expenses to an absolute minimum. When I was living in Arizona, I used to have a Jeep. It was a topless red Jeep Wrangler and I loved it so much, but but it was a total gas guzzler and all my money was going towards gas. Even though I loved my Jeep so much, I decided to sell it for a car that was worth quite a bit less. I bought my Nissan Leaf. Now a Nissan Leaf is an electric car, so I no longer had to pay for gas. And in my situation, I had free chargers at work, so I got to charge my car for free every day at work, and so I didn't even have the electricity bill. So all of the money that I was spending on gas was now just being able to be completely saved because I didn't need to spend that money at all anymore. Plus, the extra money that I got from selling my Jeep and buying the Nissan, because the Nissan was worth quite a bit less, that money went straight into my savings account as well. So that really helped towards that $10,000. Now I'm in a situation where I don't have a car at all. I live in Chicago, right downtown, so I use public transportation for everything, and I sold my car right before we moved. I'm no longer paying for gas, insurance, registration, any sort of keep up, whether it's car washes or oil changes. It saves you so much more money than you'd ever anticipate. Plus, it takes away all the stress of parking and parking tickets and meters and all of that. Like, I'm so happy to not have a car and deal with that. And the amount that it costs me for public transportation here is little to none. So that's helped save me so much money. Another thing, and this is gonna seem super crazy to some of you ladies, but I don't go shopping. I very, very rarely spend money on clothes. And not spending on clothes has always been one of the easiest ways for me to save money. Don't get me wrong, if I know that I need a new winter coat, or if my flip-flops from last year have broken or whatever, yeah, I'll go out and I'll buy the item that I need. But it's not like a frivolous, like for fun thing. It is because I need it. And when I do go buy those things, I will make sure to go to a discount store or somewhere that has really great sales, or I'll wait until a specific item that I know I want goes on sale. I am not afraid to shop at Goodwill. I've always shopped at Goodwill and I found some of my favorite clothes from there. Places like Old Navy always have reoccurring sales that you can make sure to hit. Or you can shop at a discount store, such as if you are into Nordstrom, just go to Nordstrom Rack or go to a Ross or something where everything is just so much cheaper. You can still find really great quality clothes for a much lesser price tag, and that was a huge eye-opener to me. I am not someone who really follows fast fashion, so I don't have to worry about that. I just want to make sure that I feel confident and proud of what I'm wearing and that I'm fit for an occasion, and then I'm fine. As long as you feel confident in what you're wearing, everyone else is gonna think you look great. Like, that is one of the biggest lessons you can learn. I also get a ton of my clothes as hand-me-downs. I have a lot of friends that don't feel the same way as me, and shopping is what brings them happiness. So maybe they're saving money so they can go buy clothes, whereas like I choose to save money so I can travel. Different people love different things. If there's someone who's saving their money so they can go shop, they will constantly have a ton of clothes. Because I live such a minimalistic lifestyle, I've always offered up to my friends like, hey, if you ever need help clearing out your closet, I'm happy to help you. Because a lot of people do need that help in organization, but they don't know where to start and they will never have the willpower to do it on their own. And so if you start offering like, hey, I'm happy to help, people will take you up on it, trust me. So much of my clothing has come from going through the giveaway piles that my friends have when I help clean out their closet. I honestly, probably 50% of my wardrobe has come from clothes from my friends that they've decided to give away and didn't want anymore. It's just an easy way to get new stuff in. It makes you excited about what you're wearing, but you aren't going out and spending any money on it. Lastly, start cooking your meals. I have absolutely fallen in love with. So cooking for me is like my relaxing time. Like, I really thoroughly enjoy it, but that's not how it is for everyone. I think it takes a learning curve to when you start really enjoying what you're making, and so you're enjoying what you're eating and it makes it more worth it for you to cook. But now that I cook all the time, it is so much fun for me. I can make a meal at my house, like $8 to $10 to feed me and my boyfriend both, or we can go out to a restaurant where it's gonna be like a minimum of $20. So if I cook every night, or at least the majority of the nights a week, I do go out to eat every once in a while, but that saves hundreds of dollars a month. It's insane how much cheaper it is to buy groceries than it is to go eat at restaurants. This is just a few tips that I hope will help you. I'm really proud of myself for accomplishing this goal, and I hope that what I've learned in doing so will be able to help you in some sort of way so you're able to save money as well. But having that financial freedom and knowing that you're not living paycheck to paycheck, even if that means that you're shopping a little bit less or eating out a little bit less, having that freedom so you are able to build a savings is huge. Like, will be a total game changer in your life, I promise. It just opens up your world of opportunities of all the things you can do, whether it's that you're saving to buy a car, to have a baby, to buy a house, to go on a trip, to go shopping, or have a spa day. Whatever you want to do, it makes it so you can do it. Start saving. It's just start small, and then as you get closer to your goal, it will become so much easier, I promise. So I really hope this video helped you. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I post videos on tips, tricks, and organization for small space living. I'm all about that budget, small space living lifestyle, and I hope I'm able able to help you. If you have any comments, especially on anything you guys do to help you save money, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. It supports my channel so much. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.